Hello everyone, this is Tuesday Yoga with Eva, and for today's class you will need your mat. You might have a need for a block or pillow, and that's all for today. Grab water, have it next to you as well if you need it, and then let's get started. Today's class we will start in a child's pose, so whenever you're ready, I want you to get in the center of your mat. And again, this is a time when you might want to use your pillow or your blanket and place it between your hips and your heels. You want to open your knees wide, and you're going to reach your hands forward, lowering the forehead towards the floor. And once you're there, you release everything, every tension in your body, just let go and breathe. We're going to spend here about 15 breaths, simply breathing in through our nose, out through our nose, and with every inhale you want to feel that belly expanding, pushing onto your thighs and expanding your lower backs, and as you exhale, creating a little bit more space to maybe sink a little bit deeper onto your heels. So take your time. Just simply breathe in and out through your nose, trying to even out our breaths, so even count of inhales and exhale. So aim for 4 to 5 beats each. And just simply breathe. Relax into your shoulders, relax into your jaws. And let the hips be heavy, sinking down towards your heels. Feeling the expansion through the belly with every inhale that you take. Another 5 breaths in here. So the deepest, longest breath of your day. Trying to relax into everything. All you do is think about your breath. Count it in your head, the inhales and your exhales, and matching them. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Then we're going to slowly lift the head and walk our hands towards our knees. Sitting tall, bring those knees together. We're going to lift off the heels, curl the toes under, and simply come on back onto your heels again, curling the toes under. We're going to just gently roll through our shoulders. So inhale half a circle, exhale half, and really squeeze, work with the shoulder blades here. Inhales as you exhale, squeeze them together. 2 more. Whichever direction you went, that doesn't matter. And then go the other direction. Again, about 2 or 3 more. Really work those shoulder blades. Squeeze as you bring them back. And round them as you're coming forward. Beautiful. We're going to open your chest here. And exhale, hug yourself. Stretch one more time. Open. Push the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, and as you exhale, round the back. Beautiful. Release that. Uncurl the toes. And if you do have the pillows, blocks, take them, put them to the side. More through shoulder, we're going to push yourself over into a tabletop. In a tabletop position, I want you to align your knees with your hips, wrists with your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, pulling that belly button, stretch that spine. Reach the crown of your head in front of you. We're going to take a deep breath in here. And as you inhale, push that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Look up with the forehead. And as you exhale, round the back. Pulling that belly button. Tug the tailbone under. You have 3 more rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking down. Again, going with your own breath, matching the movement to it. One last one. once you finish the last cat, coming back to neutral spine. Keep pulling that belly button, keeping that flatness to your lower back. We're gonna stretch through the right leg, or left leg for me. Perfect. Toes touching the floor, make sure you're not opening through the hips, keep the hips closed. On your exhale, lift through the heel. Keep pulling that belly button in so you're not rounding through that lower back. Push that belly button in. On your next inhale, we're gonna lift, the opposite hand reaches forward. Thumb towards the ceiling. Once you reach forward, I want you to slide the shoulder blades down and away. Reach through the heel, towards behind you, and through the fingers forward. Hold it here, keep pulling that belly button. Breathe. One more breath here. And as you exhale, I want you to bring the hand down, keeping the leg in the air. On your next inhale, we're gonna cross the leg over the one on the floor as far as you can and lower it down towards the floor, toes touching. On your next inhale, see if you can grow a little bit longer in your spine here. And as you exhale, keep that length and then you twist looking towards those toes on the floor. Breathe. We have 3 more breaths. And slowly coming back to the center on an inhale, lifting the leg up, and an exhale, bring the back center. Last time, reach through the heel towards the back, and exhale, lower it down. Maybe you want to sit back, roll your wrist a little bit if that may bother you. And then come back into the tabletop. Beautiful. Pulling that belly button, straighten that spine. This time the opposite leg reaches back. For me it's the right, for you might be the left, whichever one you didn't work before. Pulling that belly button, make sure your lower back is straight. And as you exhale, lift through the heel up. Make sure your hips stay closed. Don't open them up. Reaching the heel towards the back. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the opposite arm up. Thumb towards the ceiling. Once you reach up, make sure you slide those shoulder blades down and away. Breathe here. Pulling that belly button. Don't let the lower back sag down towards the floor. Keep pushing it gently up. Last breath. And then once you inhale here, exhale, lower the hand down towards the floor. Inhale, crossing the leg over, placing the toes to the floor. Stretch those legs out as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, keeping the length, we simply twist, look at the toes. Breathe. 3 more breaths. Feeling the stretch to the side of your obliques here, side of your body. Last breath. And then lifting the leg up. Exhale, coming back center. Inhale, one more time, push the heel towards the back. And as you exhale, lower it down to the ground. One more time, sitting back on our heels. We're gonna roll our wrists. Make sure knee a little bit low. Beautiful. And one more time, coming back into a tabletop. This time we're gonna curl our toes under. Spread our fingers real wide. And we're gonna lift the knees off the floor. Hover here for about 2 breaths, using that core, pulling that belly button. And as you exhale, shift the hips back towards the back wall. Stretch those arms. Traction those fingertips forward like you're trying to slide them forward, but they are glued to the floor. But you try nevertheless. Once you're here, I want you to stretch the knees out, hips high. Really push those fingertips forward, slide them towards the front wall without actually physically sliding them, pretend. And then start paddling the feet one at a time, pushing through the heel down and then the other. Exhale as you push down. And then both heel press down towards the floor. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're gonna shift our weight forward into the plank. Lower the hips, pulling that belly button. We're gonna shift our weight forward. You can place the knees down if you like, and then lower yourself slowly to the ground. Realign your hands if needed so they're next to your chest. Squeeze your glutes, push the pelvis forward and come on up into a back bend. You're gonna stay here for 3 breaths, so you can be high up here, or if you want to prefer being on your forearms, make sure your elbows and shoulders are aligned. Keep squeezing the glutes, lift up, hold and breathe. Last breath. And as you exhale, inhale here, exhale, lower down. Bring the hands next to your chest, curling toes back under. We're gonna push up and over into the child's pose. Stretch out. Curling the toes under one more time. We're gonna lift into a downward dog. Word escaped me. Beautiful. Keep traction in the fingers forward. Hips are high. We're gonna stretch through the right leg up towards the ceiling, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, bring the knee under, shift your weight forward, placing the foot between your hands. Making sure you stretch through the back leg as much as you can. Let those hips come down, belly on your thigh. Once you get aligned with your front knee and your heel here, toes are facing forward, you're gonna inhale, come on up into a high lunge. Roll the shoulders down and away from your ears, straighten the back leg. Last breath here. And as you exhale, hands come down towards the floor, place the knee on the floor, uncurl the toes. This time you're gonna shift your hips forward. You can come on up with your hands on your thighs. If you like a little bit more, you can come into a little bit of back bend here. Keep pushing the back hip forward so you feel stretch through the back leg. If you're here, you won't feel it. Really push the front foot forward so you can really sink down. Last breath here. And then on your inhale, lower your hand down. We're gonna bring that left hand towards your right foot. Keep the knee down. And as you exhale, you're gonna twist over that knee. Hold it here for 4 breaths. And on your next exhale, bring the hand back down. This time we're gonna uncurl the toe, lift the leg, lift the knee, and then stretch. The front foot's gonna come back, and we're back in the plank here. Pulling that belly button, and as you exhale, push yourself into a downward dog. This time, left leg lifts, stretch it high. Exhale, bring the knee under, shift your weight slightly forward, and then placing the foot between your hands. Taking a moment here to really make the step really wide. Stretch that back leg so the knee is not too bent. And once you let the hips go really low here, we're gonna inhale, come up into that high lunge. Sink down into those hips. Breathe. And then slowly exhale, hands down. Bringing the right hand right next to your left foot. Oh, never mind, not that. You're gonna lower the knee and curl the toes. Make sure you shift your hips forward. Again, you have to have your front leg really in front of you so you can sink forward. Once you get there, you can lift up, hands on your thigh, or you can come into that back bend. Really push those hips forward, whichever one works better. 3 more breaths. Relax into your shoulders. Breathe. And And we're gonna exhale, hands come down to the floor. This time the right hand's gonna be right next to your left foot. And we're gonna exhale, twist towards the knee. Stay here for 4 breaths. Really long inhales and exhales. And as you exhale, bring the hand down. You're gonna uncurl the toes, lift the knee, and step the front foot back and push down into a downward dog. We're going to walk our hands towards our feet. Bring your feet close and together. And then relax your head down. You can have a bend in your knees, belly on your thighs. And as you breathe here, you can slowly keep straightening them out. Allowing the body to stretch gently through the back of your legs. About 2 to 3 breaths. Just hanging forward, relax the neck. And then you're gonna slowly start rolling up all the way to standing. Taking your time, 1 vertebra at a time. Nice and tall, beautiful. We're going to inhale, bring both arms up. And as you exhale, you're gonna side bend. Inhale, back center. Exhale, side the other way. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale through the center. Exhale to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other. Inhale, center. And this time we're gonna hold it. So exhale to a side. And hold for 3 breaths. Maybe allow your body to go a little bit more into that side bend with every exhale. Inhale, back center. Exhale to the other side. And hold it here for 2 more breaths. Allow the body to go a little bit lower with every exhale. And we're gonna inhale back through the center, add a little bit of back bend. And as you exhale, fold forward, straight back all the way to the floor. Inhale, slide your fingertips towards your knees, straighten those backs. Exhale, lower down and walk your hands forward into the plank. Here we're gonna inhale, shift our weight forward, knees can come down, lower to the floor. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog, shoulders down the way. Exhale into a downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift. And as you exhale, you're gonna bring the knee under, shift your weight forward, and place the foot down. You're gonna lower the knee down 1 more time, uncurl the toes. Here we're gonna go through a little bit of a flow. So make sure that your front knee and your ankle are aligned right in the front leg. We're gonna inhale. Come on up into that low lunge. And as you exhale, I want you to push your weight back. So you're bumped towards your heel. Lift the front toes as you exhale. Inhale, come back up into that front lunge. And exhale, sit back. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale up, reach, exhale back. Inhale, reach, and exhale back. We're gonna stay here. So hips are pushing back towards the heel, lifting the front toes, lowering yourself down towards your leg. Breathe. In and out through your nose. Feel the lovely stretch through the back of your legs. And breathe. Last 2 breaths. And exhale. And exhale. Your next inhale, gonna shift our weight back forward into that low lunge. We're gonna inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down. Left hand next to your right foot. And twist as you exhale. Hold it here for 1 breath. And then And as you exhale, bring the hand back down. Curling the toes under, lift the knee, step the foot back into the plank. Inhale, shift weight forward, knees down, lower to the ground. On the exhale. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now this time, left leg lifts, lifting through the left leg. Exhale, bring the knee under, shift your weight forward, and then place the foot between your hands. We're gonna place the knee down and curl the toes. On our next inhale, lifting into that high lunge. And as you exhale, we're gonna push the hips back, lift to the front toes. 3 more times. So inhale, take your time. You can always place something underneath the bag knee, if needed, towel or the pillow. Exhale back. Or if you have a blanket. 2 more times. Really come into a back bend. Work with that spine. And exhale. Last time forward, inhale, reach. And exhale, sit back. Hold it here for 3 breaths. And then 4. So let's get 1 more breath in here. Really sink those hips back. And then on your inhale, come back into that forward lunge, low lunge. Add that back bend. Exhale, hands down. Right hand next to your left foot, twist. Hold it here for a breath. On your next exhale, hands come down. We're gonna curl the toes under, lift the knee, step the foot back, shift our weight forward, knees down if needed, lower down to the ground on an exhale. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walking our hands towards our feet. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, down. We're gonna inhale, arms come up. And exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend the other way. Inhale, add a little bit back bend. Exhale, fold forward, straight back, all the way to the floor. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Bend into your knees and come on up in a chair pose. Hands can come to your heart if that's easier for your shoulders, or you can keep reaching up. Stay here for 3 breaths. Keeping the hips back. Back is straight. Beautiful. Make sure your knees don't come together. Keep them apart. Use those inner thighs or outer thighs to do that work. And on your next inhale, come back up. And exhale, hands down. Beautiful. So today, balancing pose will be a tree pose. So get yourself ready in the center of your mat, or sometimes on the floor if that's easier. We're gonna ground through our left foot. And while our toes are still touching the floor, we're gonna open through the right knee out. So keeping the foot right by your left ankle. This is where you can be. So this could be your number 1. If balancing what's in you today, you can bring your hands to your heart, keep the toes on the floor. Then you can slowly slide them up under your knee. This is option 2. Or you can bring them really high up and push that foot into that inner thigh. Keeping the knee open as much as you can. Pull in the belly button, squeeze the standing glute. 5 breaths. And then slowly releasing the foot to the floor. Take your time. Same thing on the other side. So grounding through the right foot. Start with just turning the knee, left knee out, keeping the foot by your ankle. This is number 1. When I'm a little bit higher, so place the foot by your knee, underneath your knee. A little bit more, you can grab that foot and place it as high as you can. Keep the knee open, hands to your heart. Pull in that belly button, squeeze the standing leg. 5, breath. Keep squeezing that standing leg. And then slowly on your next exhale, releasing that foot. We're going to face the front of our, walk ourselves to the front of our mats if we're not there yet. We're going to inhale, both arms come back up. And exhale, bring the left leg up, hands to your heart. Bend into your standing leg and slowly step the foot back into warrior 2. So turning the toes out, aligning the front heel with the back foot arch, making sure your knee and ankle in the front are aligned. Inhale, both arms come up. You look over the front hand, making sure that the back hand is just as high as your front or the arm, and then sinking down. I'm going to scooch my foot a little bit further. Tuck in the tailbone under, pull in the belly button. Look over. Breathe. I want you to now, while you're in here, pull those inner thighs together. So like you're trying to slide the front heel towards that inner arch. So like you're almost trying to lift through the center. Use those inner thighs, work them. And then releasing that. You can probably sink a little bit deeper. And then straighten from the front knee on your next exhale. We're going to inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to start sliding the front hand forward towards the front wall in front of you as far as you can. And as you exhale, hand comes down to your thigh, to your calf, or towards your shin here, and hold on to it, reaching the hand up. Breathe, keep yourself pushing your hips forward. On your next exhale, you're gonna come back, straighten in the center, bend into that front knee. And as you exhale, come into a front or half right angle here. Reach over, keeping that knee bent. 2 more breaths. And as you exhale, come back through the center. Straighten the front knee. Twist the toes forward. And we're going to twist the other way, so turning the left toes out. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, facing the other direction. So tuck in that tailbone, pull in that belly button, aligning the front foot heel with the back foot arch. And again, arms are straight, both sides as high, the same height, looking over the front one. Sink deep. And right here, I want you to use those inner thighs, so pull those in towards each other. It's almost like you feel that lift through the center. Keep pulling those in, work those inner thighs. 2 more breaths. And then releasing those, sink a little bit more deeper, maybe push the back foot back or front forward. And then as you exhale, straighten that front knee. On your next inhale, grow a little taller, and as you exhale, start reaching forward with that left hand. Don't change anything in your legs. And no longer can go forward, you tilt sideways, keeping those hips forward. Looking up. The hand is holding onto your shin or the floor, whatever you may be. 3 more breaths. And on your next exhale, come back center. Inhale here, exhale, bend the front knee. And inhale here, exhale, reach over. Long line through the side of your body, stretch. Palm is down towards the floor, you're reaching through the fingertips. 2 more breaths. And inhale, come back through the center. Exhale, straighten the knee. Twist the toes forward and slowly walk your feet together. Beautiful. Coming back towards the top of our mat, we're gonna make our way down to the floor. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward, straight back. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten those backs. Exhale, lower down, hands on the floor, step your feet back. Inhale, shift your weight forward, elbows down, if you have knees down, lower down on an exhale. And push back into a downward dog. Push both heels down towards the floor. And slowly walking your hands towards your feet. Slowly roll yourself up all the way to standing. We're going to walk ourselves into the center of our mat. Spread our feet real wide here. Toes are facing forward, heels towards the back. Make sure the outer edges of your feet create a straight line here. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, you're gonna fold forward. Keep the back straight, hands to the floor. Relax it here, breathe. Head is relaxed, neck is relaxed. And then gently sway side to side here. Keeping the hands in the center, simply move the body from right to left. And then centering it again. You can use the blocks if you like. This is a perfect spot for it. Or hands on the floor, fingertips on the floor. We're going to bend into our knees, stick our bum back. And you inhale and exhale, stretch it back out. 4 more times. Inhale, bend. Make sure that you're pushing the knees out, not in towards the center. And exhale, stretch it out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. 1 more time as you inhale. And exhale. This time we're going to walk our hands towards the right side. Bend into that right knee. Lift the inner arch of your right foot. Lean your body back towards that right side. We're going to pivot on our heels here on the left foot. Toes towards the floor, ceiling. Pull it back here, push it back. And now slowly push the toes down towards the floor. See if you can lean a little bit more down towards your right heel. And then lift the toes up again. Turn them back forward. And then straightening from the right knee, walk yourself slowly to the center. Pull yourself down over the floor. And then straighten your back. Lower yourself down. And then straighten your back. 1 more time. Allow yourself to come down. And then straighten your back. This time we're going to walk our hands towards the left side. Bend into that left knee. Make sure you're lifting gently through the inner arch so you're pushing the knee out and over that ankle. And then slowly pivot. The right foot, toes towards the ceiling. Sit your bum back. Hold it here. Really feeling a lovely stretch through the bend leg. And slowly push the toes down towards the floor. And then lifting up again through the toes. Sit your bum back. Breathe. And then slowly pivoting the toes forward. Walking your hands back through the center. Releasing your back. Holding onto your 2 big toes, or you can grab onto your ankles. Gently pull yourself down. And breathe here for 3 more breaths. slowly hands coming back to the center, straightening our backs. Bringing the hands behind your back. Interlacing your fingers there. One more time, roll down, allowing the hands to lift off from your back and hold. 2 more breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. And slowly releasing the hands towards your back. Bring them to the floor. Straightening through our backs one more time. And then slowly start walking your feet together. And then releasing the back, rolling yourself up all the way to standing. Slow, 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 slow. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, a little bit of back bend. And exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. We're going to walk ourselves to the front of our mats. We're going to keep bring inhale, arms come up. And as you exhale, fold forward. All the way down towards the toes. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your feet back. Inhale, shift your weight forward, lock those elbows and knees, come down if needed, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift up into a cobra, upward dog. And exhale into a child's pose. Breathe. Release your forehead towards the floor. And let's take 4 breaths into our lower backs here, stretching through it. And slowly walking ourselves back up onto our knees. Bring your knees together, curling the toes under. And one more time, push yourself up onto your toes. Push your heels down. Lower yourself towards your knees. And slowly roll yourself up. One more sun salutation. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips towards your knees. Straighten your back. This time we're going to walk our hands forward into that plank. Inhale, shift your weight forwards, elbows and knees come down, lower to the ground. Inhale into a cobra, upward dog. And exhale into a downward dog. Hold it here. We're going to lift through the right leg up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the leg behind your left foot. And then slowly walk yourself up to standing, placing both feet on the floor. Hold it here. Trying to push both inner arches towards the floor, feeling the lovely stretch. Last 2 breaths. And then you slowly walk yourself forward. Bringing your feet into the plank. Inhale here and exhale. Push yourself back into the downward dog. This time left leg lifts. And as you exhale, bring the left foot behind your right, crossing it from your ankles. And then slowly walk yourself towards your feet, placing both of them onto the ground. Coming into a forward fold. Both inner arches are pushing towards the floor. Breathe. Beautiful. Last breath. And then you slowly walk yourself forward. Keep those legs crossed. And once you reach forward and across the legs, maybe walk a little bit further. And for the last time, you're going to shift our weight forward, elbows in, knees can come down, lower yourself to the ground. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog. And exhale into a downward dog. Into a child's pose. We'll stay here for another 4 breaths, just breathing into our lower back. And you're going to slowly walk your hands back up. Beautiful. Alright. You're going to come. You can turn your mat sideways, or on your mat sideways, or you can flip them around. We're going to come into a triangle pose, not a triangle pose, a gate pose. So we're going to have one knee down. So let's start with the right knee down, left leg to the side. If you do have your blocks, have them nearby on your right side. Otherwise, you're trying to push the outside of your left foot onto the mat. We're going to bring both arms come up. And as you exhale, you're going to slide the left hand down. Keep pushing your hips forward. Kind of what we've done throughout the other poses today. So hold it here for another breath. And as you exhale, you come down to the floor, hand or fingertips touching, reach over again. Try to keep the really long lines here. Look up where your hand is. Align your neck with the rest of your spine. And then using the core, exhale, bring yourself back to the center. Inhale here, and exhale side. Hold it here for 2 breaths. And inhale through the center. Exhale to the floor. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Keep pushing the hips forward. And here we're going to inhale while we're here. And as you exhale, lift the hand off the floor and see if you can use the core to get yourself back up. One more time this time, we're going to just simply exhale sideways. Inhale center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hand and come back center. Beautiful. Let's switch the legs. Give me a moment if you need to move anything around that feels and wants to be moved. And then do the opposite side. So left foot is out to the side. You're pushing the hips forward. The outer edge of your foot in the mat. We inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, sliding the hand down. Breathe. Feel that stretch again. You can look into that arm. Creating a long line along that left side of your body. And then inhale through the center. Exhale, hand to the floor, fingertips, reach. Look again into that arm. Make some space between each of your rib on that side. And then exhale, center. Ooh, work those obliques. Inhale to the other side. 2 breaths. Make sure your hips are still forward. Breathe. And exhale, center. Inhale to the other side. Reach. Look up where you're going. 2 breaths. Now you're going to inhale here. Lift the hand off the floor as you exhale, center back. Last time, simply slide the hand down. Inhale. We exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Take a breath in here. Lift the hand and exhale, come back, center. And then hands down. Fold the knee in. Taking a moment here. We're going to come onto our hips. Beautiful. We're going to stretch the legs right in front of us. We're going to bring the right knee in. Or if it's okay, comfortable for you to cross it over, whichever way feels better. So my right knee is bent. I'm sitting tall here. We're gonna inhale, reach the left hand up. And as you exhale, you're gonna hold on to that knee. So wrap your elbow around that knee and twist, look back. Breathe. Two more breaths. Keep pulling the knee in and gently twisting towards the back. And as you exhale, come back through the center. Stretch that leg out. Bring the other knee in or cross it over, whichever feels better. Make sure your both sits bones are still on the floor. Inhale, the right arm come up, and then you exhale. Wrap that elbow around and then twist. Make sure that you're sitting tall. So I don't want you to lean back. You have a nice straight spine here, twisting, looking over your shoulder. 3 more breaths. Pull that knee in. Inhale, and then exhale, come back center. Stretch both legs out. Make sure your sit bones are touching the floor. Straighten those backs. Inhale, both arms come up, flex your toes. And as you exhale, lean forward with your, so hinge at your hips straight back. Try to grab your legs or your feet. And once you can no longer keep your back straight, you relax and round. You can hold on to, you can stuff your hands under your calves, or you can hold on to your feet. Relax the shoulders and breathe. And another 2 breaths. Allow yourself to go a little bit lower, closer to your legs. And then slowly roll yourself up. And then bend into your knees, lower yourself to the ground. Beautiful. We're going to bring both knees towards our chest. And then gently rock side to side. And staying the center, we're going to bring the hands the inside of our leg. And then either grab the outside of your foot or your toes or inside of your feet. Push those feet up towards the ceiling. Knees are opening wide and you pull your feet down towards the floor. Happy baby. Breathe. Relax into your shoulders. And then slowly stretch those legs out if you like. A little bit more stretch. Last breath. And I'm slowly bringing the soles of the feet together in the center. Knees are apart. You hold on to the outside of your foot and pull those feet over to you. Knees are wide. Feet are touching. And then slowly releasing the feet to the floor. You're going to bring the heels close to our hips, hands right next to our hips. We'll finish with our practice. We finish our practice with last 10 bridge lifts here. So pushing down through the heels, squeezing your glutes. We're going to inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower down. 9 more times. Go with your own breath. Exhale, lift. Again, we don't try to go as high as we can. We simply try to squeeze and see how your glutes can lift you. A little bit of strengthening here. Make sure that your knees stay forward and they don't open to the side. Keep breathing. Match the movement to your breath. Once you finish all your 10 lifts, you can keep the hips on the floor, stretch the legs out, or if you prefer finishing your practice with your knees bent, feel free to do that, turning the palms up towards the ceiling, relaxing into your shoulders. You can also do a butterfly with your feet if you want to stretch a little bit more, whatever feels good, or knees in, constructive rest, so feet are as wide as your mat, knees come in. Whatever the position for your last Shavasana of this class, do it. Once you settle in, I want you to relax into every part of your body. And all you concentrate on is your breath. Keeping your inhales this time longer than your exhales. and try to aim for at least 2 to 3 beats longer than your exhales. Your belly swells with every inhale and fully deflates with every exhale. Stay here for another 10 breaths or so, but if you have the time, feel free to stay longer until you feel you've had sufficient time in Shavasana. Another 2 breaths for those of us who have to go back to their jobs or have things to do this afternoon. So for those of you who need to keep on moving, I want you to come out of whatever position you are in. Bring the feet onto your mat, knees bent. On your next inhale, you're going to bring the arms up over towards the wall behind you. And then exhale, push yourself to one side. And take up 2 breaths on your side before you push yourself up to seated. Do it slowly and gently. And once seated, I want you to roll the shoulders back, relax for a moment. And we'll finish our practice with 3 breaths. In through our nose, out through our mouth. And we add a hands movement to it. So take a really deep, long inhale through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. 2 more. Thank you so much for joining me this Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the class, and I wish you all a great rest of the week ahead of you, and I'll see you all next week, or some of you, next Tuesday. From my heart to yours. Namaste.